Hello my beautiful raindrops, my name is Rainy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a sketchbook tour, and if you have watched any of my old videos, you may recognize this thick boy. It's thick, okay, but like when I say it's thick, I mean yeah, it's super heavy. But anyways, I want to say that I maybe made this around when I was 18, so I did not have an original brain cell at all. And if I liked something that I saw online, like on Pinterest or on the internet, I just copied it and put it in here. Okay, so if you see something that you've probably seen before, I'm not taking any credit for it because I just liked it and I wanted to put it all into one condensed thing. I also have not finished this. I don't know if I ever will finish it, but if you guys want me to finish or add some more pages into it, because there are a lot of blank pages in here, especially towards the end, let me know. I will try my best to figure out something else to put in here. You might see some things in here that are blurred out, or I skipped a page or two. And that's purely because maybe it has my dead name in it. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this yet. It also might be blurred out because there's some like more sensitive topics in there. Just really personal, so I don't really wanna put that on the internet right now. It might be a 2-part series. I know it's definitely not gonna be a 1-part. It's just not. There's too much in here for one video. I also wanted to mention that I did change my intro because I recently had the motivation to finally take some decent pictures of myself as like an updated version than the old intro was that I used for like one video. But I did that just because I needed some kind of intro to start off with. So I think that's all I needed to talk about, but let's get right into the video. Alright, so as you saw in the intro, this is what the front cover looks like, and this is what the back looks like. Then this is the thickness in comparison to my hands, just to show you how real thick it is. It is way bigger than it was when I bought it, but now the strap is off. And before we get into it, this is supposed to be a cliff, and there's some clouds, and then a rainbow is coming out of the idea of clouds. I don't really know what was going through my brain, but that's what happened. And just because I'm obsessed with showing you how thick it is, this is what the spine looks like because it curved in so much from all the tape on each page. And this is the title page where it says this sketchbook belongs to Rainy. I started this on May 20th, 2019, so I was 18 years old, and I haven't finished it yet, so that's where I'm supposed to put the finished date, but it's not finished, so. I'm sorry that this is mainly blocked out, but it does have my dead name on it, and that's not a part of me anymore, so I'm not gonna choose to show that. But it does have a rainbow outline to all of it. And here I'm showing you that some of the pages have tape on them, some of them don't, so if there's a glare, that's why. This is obviously a green themed page, so a quote that I chose was, "It's not easy being green." And we have Yoshi, Beast Boy, Mike Wazowski, Kermit the Frog, and the Green M&M. This page I turned on music and decided to make a love game board out of it, so we started off with Love Game, Wiggle, Because of You, Photograph, and Miss Independent. Side note, I don't know why it keeps glitching out, so I apologize for that. But we also have What About Us, we have Fall For You, Oops I Did It Again, Get Down With the Sickness, Fly, Burn It to the Ground, Black Widow, and I don't have any idea what Dove soap was supposed to be, so if you know, let me know. We have Rocket, Fireflies, and then we're back to the love game start. Next up we have Oscar the Grouch and his little trash can and his cute little buddy. I don't remember the worm's name, but if you know, let me know again. I really like how the shoe turned out. We moved on to the blue theme page. I don't know why I didn't do all the colors, but there's just these two. So we have Just Feeling Blue with all the blue characters I could think of. Now we have a Super Mario themed page. I thought this turned out pretty cute. And of course he doesn't love Spider-Man, so here's a how to draw Spider-Man. I did not make this up, but number 7's looking rough. Now I honestly thought this was hilarious. It's Room 207, congratulations to the purple, because red and blue makes purple, and then meanwhile in the next room over, 208, congratulations, it's a green, but it's a red and blue crayon, so that does not make any sense. This page is pretty questionable. I did not finish it, obviously, because there are some faceless people and just a whole ghost on the right because they didn't even get a body. I'm sorry. For these two pages, I was showing the contrast between 2016 and 2019 artwork. So I made a simple cloud throwing up in 2016, and in 2019 I decided to actually color it because I used to think that once I colored it, it made it look awful. So I used to never color my drawings. And this is my bucket list at the time. So I wanted to go to a Lady Gaga concert, still haven't done that. Became a mommy, haven't done that. Make amazing artwork, sure, whatever, that's debatable. And live a happy life. I am working on it currently. So, I mean, this girl, I have no idea if this was something I just drew or if I saw a reference picture. Most likely a reference picture. And since I was obsessed with trying to get pregnant, I decided to draw out each month of a pregnancy because maybe manifestation didn't work for me at the time, but whatever. This is my favorite quote. Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon. I love that. I love anything space themed. This next one, I kind of regret not making Lumiere have like a little bit of light coming off of him to light up Coraline in the background, but I really love Coraline and Beauty and the Beast, so these are perfect for me. And I guess this was whenever I had first gotten chalk pastels. So I wanted to make some kind of background scene. Again, probably just looked up a reference picture. Don't come at me for that. Again, I don't know who this is, but I drew this so many different times. And here we are again with Spider-Man. This one actually looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, I really like how he turned out. But then we come over to this page and I just hate it with everything I have because, again, the chalk pastels, and I guess it's supposed to be doodles. I don't know, but this is the winning screen from Animation Throwdown, the app. I used to be obsessed with this game and I would play it every day, all day. But I've deleted it since then, so. When you give life a bad romance, show your poker face, buy a new telephone, call Alejandro, and just dance. Lady Gaga. I am a huge Lady Gaga fan. So I obviously had to write down this because I found it somewhere, and I guess I left the 2 pages in between blank, so I was like, why not just find some cute little pictures of it and make it. This is a coloring page that I just did and then I just stuck in there. A Michael Jackson tribute with some holographic washi tape. I believe these pictures I cut out of a CD book thing. Ah, yes, we have Depresso Espresso, and that is a whole mood, honestly. Growing up in the 2000s, this is what my main things were when I watched as a kid. It was like Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, Blue's Clues, Coraline, and Care Bears. I have no clue what's going on to the page on the right, but cool. Another coloring page on the left that I just colored. I like how I made it burnt on the top a little bit to add some depth. Never done that before this. This one is actually hilarious. So we have John T, age 24. When I made these, I just folded some paper in half, cut out some random shapes, and then I created a character based off of what I thought it looked like. So for our customized choice, we have creature, seahorse, alien, monster, bear, fish, cat, zebra, dog, and tiger. If you haven't guessed it already, it is a Tinder type page. Swipe left for no, swipe right for yes. We also have Tim L, age 19. Low-key looks like the creature from Home, but that's what I gotta say about that. We also have Larry F, age 17. I shouldn't have put glitter Mod Podge on this because it's hard to see. And we got Critter instead of Tinder. Oh my god, I love this. We also have Frank K, age 28. Wow, this is a very wide age range. And then last but not least, Carl J, age 25. But if you will notice for the names, what I did was John T. T as in Tim, L as in Larry F as in Fred K as in Carl J. It's just something weird. One of my first realism pieces was Lady Gaga whenever she was in A Star Is Born, so I was really proud of this. But poor Harry Potter on the right, that page never got finished. I don't know what is supposed to happen with it, but it never got taped, so whatever. Again, I found a coloring page and I just colored it, cut it out, put it on there. On the right, again, obsession with getting pregnant and having a cat and I guess hearts and all that kind of stuff and music. I like this kind of theme for drawings, so I just put it on there. For the next page, I don't know what app it was, but it was like where you could customize your own people, and on the right, it's supposed to look like how I used to look. But yeah, I really like this design style, so I just downloaded the app, customized it, and then drew it on a piece of paper. And I think I have some kind of video of one of them. Again, there's just another one. I really like the stitching. But on the right, I just drew a bunch of circles and tried to come up with a bunch of different things, to draw. So we have a pizza, we have the Pixar ball, we have a compass, we have a cookie, a donut, and a record. Here is the Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, and Elvis tribute page. One of the first pages I did in this sketchbook, but I don't know what happened to the Elvis and the Bruno Mars label. They got switched around, and I guess I didn't notice that before I put tape on it. So if you see that, I don't know what was going through my head because they were supposed to be switched around. My bad. I really think that bothers me. So let's just pretend like we can ignore that, okay? But again, these were cut out from those CD book things. Here is a cute little alien with a bow, and again, I used the chalk pastels, and on the right, I believe this is called a Zentangle, so I just kind of did one of those. Here we go again with another app. I don't remember any of these apps, maybe like some kind of chibi thing, I don't know, but I made them to look kind of like me. I drew them on there and then I just put it in the page. So that's what that was. And on the right, I did not finish this one either. It was supposed to be SpongeBob, and there is Squidward right there in the corner. We got Gary, Patrick up in the top right, and Sandy. I don't know why I never finish things I start. This one I made a very long time ago, and it does have some kind of sensitive words in there, so I will be blocking that out. But I really like how this turned out. And this is great timing for Pride Month. On the right, you may not know who Ginny is. Ginny is my cat. So I had to dedicate a page to her because I love her so much. And now I challenged myself to draw with my left hand and my right hand. So this is how this came out. Both of them are questionable, but I did pretty good for my left hand, not gonna lie. Of course, I had to pay tribute to Mariah Elizabeth. This is totally her. She probably did this design and I just don't remember. But I just decided to do it in mine. So we also have a great pun that I've always loved. I must ask you a question. Can you shave it for later? I don't know why, but I love puns so much. And stupid jokes. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves. I found this, I liked it, put it in. What can I say? And then we have another realistic drawing I tried to do, which was Harry Potter. Again, I don't know why half of it is just taped over his face and then the rest of it is not. So I don't know what happened. Maybe I ran out of tape, or maybe I just felt like just doing that so it won't smear. Who knows? Now, all of the Gryffindors that are watching this video, I am so sorry. Yours is the only one that didn't get drawn for some reason. So if you want to see me draw that, let me know. But anyways, we have Slytherin. I thought these designs were really cool and I loved making it. It was super fun to make. And on the next one, we have, of course, Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. I put them on the same page because my husband is a Ravenclaw and I am a Hufflepuff. So we had to be next to each other. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked what was in here because I haven't really seen any of this stuff since I made it. So, comment down below which page was your favorite. Also, let me know what kind of video recommendations you might have for me. I mean, I already have a lot of ideas, but like, I want to know what what you guys want to see, because I just want to make it. I think I'm gonna try and do one video a week, maybe around every Wednesday for right now, because I know I probably won't be able to hold myself to that just because I know myself a little bit more like that. I don't think it's gonna be able to stay like that because life happens. But that's the schedule for right now. But don't forget to subscribe to become a raindrop, and don't forget to like if you like the video. Comment down below, say whatever you want to say. I'm here to listen. I like when you guys interact with the videos, it makes me happy. But anyways, don't forget to come back for the second part if there's 2 or 3 of them. I got the rest of it, I will film them. And if you want to, go check out some of my other videos. I just posted, my last video was a bookshelf tour for one of 3 bookshelves. So if you're into that, go watch that, I recommend it. It's one of the first videos I've done in a while, so. But I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.